undeniable floor. If you include the building's point of spire and its height, it soars all the way up to 1,389 feet tall, once again our new second tallest. If you'd like to live here at Trump Tower, you're more than welcome to. There are still units available of the original 486. But I will warn you, if you live here, it will cost you. The average studio in Trump Tower starts at $800,000. Yes, that is $800,000 for a 750 square foot studio. It's over $1,000 per square foot. Coming up next on the right, you'll see the former IBM tower, done in 1971. This building's now just going by its address, which is 330 North Wabash. The building's going by its address now because IBM no longer headquarters here. They moved out 4 years ago as construction on Trump Tower began. IBM moved out, they left the first 12 stories of the building vacant, and the building is still a headquarters to several important companies, primarily Perkins & Will, one of the world's most renowned American architecture firms. Coming up next on the right, we have the two towers that make up Marina City. They each stand at 60 stories, and the towers opened in 1964 and then in 1967. These two buildings have been featured in over 500 TV and movie productions. That list includes Steve McQueen's The Hunter, the Blues Brothers movies, several of the Batman movies, and an Allstate car insurance commercial that aired 4 years ago. During that commercial, you can see a car go running off the west tower of Marina City. The car ends up right here in the river. Don't worry, that won't happen in real life. All of the cars parked here are parked by professional valets, and as you can see, they're all obligated to have the noses of the cars facing the center of the buildings. As we clear the bridge on the right, you will see a blue-green glass building, and that's the American Bar Association Tower. The ABA Tower opened in 1987 and is the former headquarters to Quaker Oats, but they've moved out, and the ABA now calls the building home. The American Bar Association represents over 400,000 lawyers inside the U.S. This building also features a law museum. It sits on the 2 floors of the building's basement. Coming up next on the right, we have the please don't climb over the seats. Said that getting to steel non-skid deck. The brick building coming up on our right is the Reed Murdoch Center, done in 1914. This building used to be a warehouse, but is now home to the Encyclopedia Britannica Company. The building also appears to be symmetrical, but is not. From the center to the right, there are 6 bays. To the left, there are only 5. That asymmetry is because in 1923, our city decided to build the bridge in front of us. Now, to make room for this bridge and all of its mechanical equipment, the city had to come in and cut the left side of the building. They had to remove one of the bays, move over the end bay, and finally reseal the entire structure, all to make room for this bridge. Coming up next on the right, you'll see 300 North LaSalle. This building was finished just last year. It is 60 stories tall and is also one of our city's newest LEED buildings. LEED is spelled L-E-E-D. It stands for Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design. 325 North Wells Street is next, and in 1913, this building, like many in the city, has green glass windows. Green glass in Chicago is used as an architectural mirror for the water that sits in our river. Our river water is actually clear. It is tinted its green color thanks to the algae held in the water. On the right-hand side of the boat now, we have the Merchandise Mart. This is the world's largest commercial building, and that's in terms of interior square footage. This building features 4.25 million square feet of interior space. It also sits on 2 city blocks worth of area, features 5 miles of interior corridor. The building has its own L-stop, and up until 2008 even had its own zip code. The zip code for the Merchandise Mart was 60654. But on July 1st of 2008, that zip code and 3 others were all spread out to make up for